Dimanche.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Dimanche.
Happy Dimanche. If you don't know what Dimanche is, it's Sunday. So happy Sunday, guys.
Happy Sunday. So we weren't intending to do this video. However, we just experienced something that we just want to shed some light on a little bit. Because, we've been thinking about it, and it's been probably 15 minutes since it's happened.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really good conversation.
And I've been really trying to justify the reason behind it. I try to give everybody the what's the word? The benefit of the doubt that okay, maybe there's a reason why. But
so maybe we should get into it so they're like,
sure.
What are they talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so as many of you know that already watch us, and those who don't know us, we are expecting a baby, and I'm in my 3rd trimester now, so it's very apparent that I'm pregnant. So in my pregnancy, unfortunately, and this is kind of like backstory a little bit, but in my pregnancy, I've gone to the hospital a couple times for dehydration, and that's just something that pregnant women need to keep up, is drinking water all the time.
Especially as it's really hot now.
Yeah, and now that it's hotter, it's more important for me to continue to consume water all the time.
Every minute.
So,
like right now, I'm just pouring some water.
Probably. Maybe I should. You want to continue while I...
Yeah, so while Donhina's taking a sip of water, we woke up this morning and was like, let's go to church, and we're right now we're in Connecticut. And we've only been here together at least for 6 or 7 months, or 7 months or so, and we haven't really found a church yet. So we've been kind of just browsing and looking at churches and seeing where we may belong. And this is a church that we've been to a few times, so we wanted to just kind of at least continue hearing a word from the Lord. So we walked into church, and we both had bottles of water with us, and we tried to walk into the sanctuary with the bottles of water before we were stopped to I guess they'd asked us if we can.
So this is a gatekeeper. It's not like the whole church, but this is one person,
right, who
was opening and closing the doors to the sanctuary. Just one of the doors. Right. I guess there are many entrances in this church. It's a fairly big church. Yeah. But she noticed the bottles of water, and she told us that we weren't able to bring the waters into the sanctuary. Right. Now, so Dawn,
I had mentioned, okay, well, my wife's pregnant, and she can get dehydrated at times, so that's the reason why we have the bottle. Like, we wanted to bring the bottles in, and she proceeded to kind of bring us out the sanctuary to explain that maybe we can leave the bottles somewhere on the shelf, and at that point it was just like I didn't understand why that conversation would even happen. So we just proceeded to leave the church. It was very unfortunate because it's not, we really came there for a word, and we left for a really simple, I guess, issue. I guess an issue that could have been resolved, or it shouldn't have been an issue, in my opinion. I don't know how water would have any effect. Maybe juice, but I just didn't understand.
So it's just been pressing on our hearts, and I think it's just something that we just wanted to share because, as Christians, it's hard enough being Christian and just living by the word. I mean, that in itself is difficult, but I guess this is like a message to the churches of the world. The church is a place for healing, and there are a lot of sick people, including ourselves, that enter the church for various reasons. Some for the first time. No, we didn't take a survey when we were told not to have the waters, but this one person who's a gatekeeper did not allow us into the sanctuary, not even knowing who we are and why we're there. This could have been our first time at church. This could have been, she doesn't know what we're praying about. She doesn't know what we're dealing with. She doesn't know what we wanted to potentially bring to the altar today, even. Because like we said, we don't have a church home in Connecticut. So we could have literally chose any church, but we chose to go to that church. And so it's, for me, it's just hard to make the argument for churches sometimes when you have people in your life that are like, I don't know about this church stuff. I don't know about this Jesus stuff. I don't know about this God stuff. And you're like a cheerleader. You're like, yay, Jesus is great. God is great. Church is great. And then this happens and you're like, well, see, what had happened was, like, it's very uncomfortable to be in this situation where you're kind of like, yeah, this was not good. This was not good. You don't know who we are, and you're making a decision for us of whether or not we get to hear the word at that moment. And who knows, that could have been a word, and I'm sure it could have been a word that would have very much served us.
Absolutely.
And
we might have missed our opportunity.
We missed out. And I don't think it's fair. And yes, we went there with bottles of water, and I'm pregnant and I need it, and I drink it constantly now. But even if I walked in with poom poom shorts and a crop top, let me in. If I walked in and I got cocaine on my upper lip, let me in. This is a hospital for healing. Church is a hospital for healing, spiritual healing. People can walk in there and their lives can change forever. Just by one encounter with God. And it's not fair that a bottle of water or any other reason could keep you out of church. So we just wanted to share that.
And you know, if you guys have, you know, if you guys want to share kind of to us or leave a comment, let us know what you think. I know I spent a long time just thinking about it and you know, like putting myself in their shoes. I just couldn't find the reason. I couldn't justify it. So, you know, if you guys have anything to share, let us know. And we understand that there are rules in churches and different sanctuaries. I know, like, lately they've had some issues.
Even in our church home, like, you can't like be walking in with your coffee and stuff like that. But if you have a bottle of water, I mean, even the pastors drink water when they're preaching.
You need it. It's like, especially when you worshiping, you like really into it, and you sweating. You gotta have that water.
Yeah. But in my in my pregnancy, and that's none of her business or anything like that. But in my pregnancy, I've had dizzy spells and all these different things, and I just don't want to go to the hospital again. Unless I'm giving birth in September. So, yeah, there's really... So, hello, churches of America and the rest of the world. Don't kick people out for crazy reasons. I mean, if they're not disturbing the peace, let them come in. If they didn't bring a peace, let them come in. Because we're all in search of healing. We're all in search of God, and for somebody to take that step to walk into a sanctuary and all of their sin or all of their stuff or all of their non-stuff, maybe they're just in their blessing and they would just want to be there to just thank God for their blessing. Don't stop them from doing that. So that's just our story. That's our unfortunate situation right now. So we're going to continue praising God.
All right.
And listening to our worship music.
Amen.
Loving on Him, praying to Him, whether we're in the sanctuary or not. And hopefully we'll find a church in Connecticut, because that's where we live now.
I'm sure we will.
But We still have Jubilee in Boston.
Right. And if you guys have any suggestions for churches in Connecticut, feel free.
Please.
Leave us a comment. Send us a message.
Please.
We are, very open to looking at, other.
And if you have questions or comments or whatever, please feel free to share that. We're not going to divulge the name of the church that this happened at. Just it's not necessary.
For the main reason that we don't want to prevent anyone from hearing their message.
Exactly.
As well.
I mean, like, and it was just one person,
right.
One of God knows how many people work and volunteer in that church. So, right. It was just an unfortunate situation. But we just wanted to share that we're good. We're just going to continue on with our Sunday. We're supposed to be posting another video.
Yeah.
So if you see us in the same clothes, we're still going to be cute. But
all right.
see you later.
Over and out.
All right.